impressions of a big win against a top-ranked opponent?
Yeah, look, I didn't expect the margin to be that, especially with Marquis out. We kept that quiet, and we're expecting a really tough game, which we got, a half of, and but credit to our guys. We played 4 quarters. The other thing we spoke about at halftime was continuing on what we were doing, and we hadn't done that for a few games. So really positive signs to be a quality team and play 4 quarters of basketball, get a really important result for us. If they got that result, then definitely certainties for top 4. We still would have been fighting for a position. We're trying to get the top 2, which we've got now, and that means 2 home court games in the finals, hopefully. So, it's not only great for us from a team point of view, it's great, as I keep saying, for our supporters and community to come and watch us play in the finals.
Should we expect to see a bit more from the younger guys over these next few weeks because you've got those top 2 spots locked up?
Yeah, probably, maybe, but there's no point playing if they're not playing well. You've got to earn your minutes, and otherwise, we'd go into the finals with question marks about how we play. So, in saying that, they'll get the opportunity, but like you saw with Zach, he probably grasped the opportunity more than anybody else last night, so he played more. We want to play well, regardless of who's on the court, and there's no entitlement here. You've got to earn your minutes, and when the opportunity comes, you've got to make the most of it.
Can you talk a bit about Jerry's resiliency? Obviously, he loses a tooth early in the second quarter and then comes out and still finishes out a really strong game. Yeah,
that's huge. Not many players who get their tooth knocked out come back and play. They'd be in the change room holding, probably taking care of themselves, and so showed a lot of toughness. I'm not surprised by what he did, but I think that sets a great example for the team to come back out and play. And he had it going. He was on a high too, probably. He was really rolling, and just set a great example for the team. To play through that. He would have been in pain, and there would have been a concern as well. About what he does from there. But he just brushed it all off and just continued to play well, and hopefully he gets his tooth fixed today, and we'll roll in there on Saturday.
Has Beth got any questions?
Beth.
Yeah, well, we got Hobart this weekend, and they're a dangerous team because Frankston, who's sitting 4th right now, and that's a team that knocked us off. I think that was our last loss when we played them away. They actually beat Frankston on their gym. So we know what they do. They play a lot of zone defence. They'll fake trap. But look, if we play like we did on Wednesday night, we'll take care of business again. So. Our focus will be to focus on their strengths, try and take them away, focus on our strengths to attack them. But I reckon the guys will be feeling pretty confident, but now we've got to make sure that we back it up and continue to play consistent basketball like we did on Wednesday night.
And are you losing Josh this weekend, or did you say the following weekend?
No, we'll lose Josh for the Waverley game. So we've got Marquis probably out for the next couple of games, and he'll come back most likely for the last game against Melbourne Tigers.
Fantastic. And do you have rush questions? Is that Ben?
Ben, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to just give me your impressions of the rush game. Obviously, Georgia stepped up in returning to the lineup, and what were your impressions of their performance in what was a really highly ranked opponent?
Yeah, no, it was a really solid performance, and I did catch a bit of the game. I got here a bit earlier. The girls were right in the game to 3/4 time, and then Geelong got away from them probably about 3 or 4 minutes into the last quarter. But it was a big opportunity for the girls to get a win at home against a quality team, and we didn't come away with it. But they certainly had a crack and gave it their best to try and get a W. So what they've got to do now is pick themselves up. They know they can get Hobart and get back on track with everybody playing consistently. Just like the Miners, we want a consistent effort on both ends of the floor. I'm sure Hazy wants that, and just move on to the next one and get a win.
Although they're likely eliminated from finals now, are you expecting to see a really strong run home this season from them? Obviously 3 more home games.
Yeah, look, the players, or the teams they're playing are similar or below, so the girls know. And they've usually been taking care of those types of teams. So the goal would be to get another 3 wins. That would be nearly double what they did last year, so it's a huge improvement on last year, provided we get those wins, and they're capable of it. It's just a matter of being focused now and continuing to do what they do. They know how to win, which is good, but it's a full quarter effort. They could have put Geelong away, but they've missed that opportunity, but now, a chance to get Hobart, especially in our home gym.
Do you think the Rush are a bit victims of the scheduling in the early season? Obviously, to have 7 of those 8 games to start the season, do you think, had that been a bit more of an even spread, they could have gotten into their groove a bit earlier?
Oh, for sure, no doubt. That was my fear. And we were fortunate to win the games, right? So we won some close games, and you look back at the Nulla Wadding game. I look back at even Dandenong ended up with a 7-point win. So you go back to those games, and we got across the line, whereas the girls just didn't. And you start to have a bit of doubt, and there's anxiety and stress about when's your first win coming. And when you get 6 away, it's not a good draw. It's worked out well for us because we won our games, but there's no doubt teams prefer to play games early at home to not only get your home fans behind you, but get your confidence up. So it's had an impact, no doubt, but it is what it is, and it's happened. So what they've got to do now is just focus on what they've got left and what they can control, and get as many wins as they can, to take that positivity and momentum into next year.
Buddy Joy, a tough loss, kind of fell apart in the fourth quarter. What did you see and what were you happy with from the game, and then what turned in the fourth quarter?
Well, I thought our team made a great effort throughout the whole game. We played hard, we really battled. Even going into the fourth quarter, we had the lead. And against a top quality opponent, there's a less margin of error. And unfortunately, I think we made some very poor decisions towards the end of the game that kind of cost us the game. But we were right there with them, and hands down to their team, they played a tremendous game.
And obviously, likely eliminated from finals now. Do you think the motivation might lack a little bit over these last couple of games now that sort of the finals pushes over? Absolutely
not. We always want to finish the season strong. I think right now, if anything, there's no pressure. It's about we really enjoy each other as teammates, and I think going out, having fun, competing hard, and working together, that's what as athletes we love to do. And so while our goal, we may have come short of that, I think there's still a lot of fight, and we definitely want to win our last 3.
And obviously these last 3 against pretty similar ranked opponents. What are your goals over these last 3 games? Is there anything you want to achieve in particular other than an obvious win?
Well, even in our last 3 games, 2 out of the 3, they're against teams that we haven't even seen yet. And so there's always an excitement with that too. It's new competition, and it's just we want to be better than them, and we want to finish with our best record at this point. So that's probably what's going to drive us at this point.
And obviously, Brendan touched on it before. How was it to have that really rough away draw to start the season, and how have you felt like you guys have bounced back from that?
I don't think, because I've been here for 4 seasons, and I've always felt like we have had maybe not the best draw to start the season, but that's not really an excuse, because at this point, everyone's coming from some type of a disadvantage. And as much as I think at Ballarat, we have the best home court advantage as far as the fans and the crowd, all of that, absolutely, helps you win towards the beginning. But I think that's just kind of the way it was arranged, and there's nothing we can really do about that. So there's no point kind of even going there, in my mind,
Your high-low connection in the post with Lucy has been really strong, especially over the past couple of games. What's she been like as a teammate, both as a help defender and someone to sort of give you those passes up high?
Yeah, well, Lucy's a very smart player. I just know with her too, whenever she gets the ball, she's looking for me, and I'm doing the same thing for her. And it's a huge part of our offense too. You know, we want to be able to work the high-low game and cut off each other and shift the defense a little bit. And so she's just great at always passing it to me right where the defense isn't. And yeah, I'm really excited for her. In a couple weeks, she's heading off to college, and I think it's going to be really good for her game. And playing this season has definitely helped her get more comfortable too, with more physicality and all of that.
Do you have anything, Beth?
Yeah, just quickly, Joy, I know you obviously had the midweek game. How do you think the girls will go turning around having 3 games essentially in 1 week?
I think we're fine. You know, it's a midweek game is fun, and you know, we've played a lot of double headers, so even having days in between to kind of do some recovery and just kind of get some training sessions in has been really efficient. So we're feeling good, and we'll be ready for Saturday.
Fantastic. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Josh, another good win in front of the home fans. You know, what were the keys to the game and keys for the win to you?
You know, it was just coming out with defensive intensity, I think, which I think we came out pretty well. You know, we kept it going throughout the whole game, and you know, just consistency is something you'll probably hear from us every single day, and that's something we're just striving for.
And, as I touched on before, you're 6-1 at home so far. You've got 5 home wins in a row. What's it been like to perform in front of these home crowd and in front of the home crowd, and you know, really get that momentum behind you?
Yeah, I mean, Joy touched on it. You know, our home court advantage is the best. I mean, it's hard to find any other team with the same home court advantage. You know, our crowd gives us energy that we just feed off of, and you know, we sold out last night on a Wednesday night, which is, you know, we didn't think that would happen, and you know, the support in this community is unbelievable. So you know, they keep us going, they'll keep on giving us energy, and you know, we'll continue to love playing at home.
Can you take me through sort of the toughness of your forward rotations with you, Deng, and Jerry? You know, you three are battling with a lot of physicality down low, and you really make it a point to get to the rim and sort of make yourself felt. Can you talk to me about the importance you three feel to sort of set the tone in the game?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's tough to guard us just because of how big we are, not just us three, but just the whole team in general. You know, we don't want to let teams off the hook by just putting up jump shots where, you know, they kind of don't have to feel our physicality. You know, when we attack the rim, we cause rotations to open jump shots to our guys who can knock down shots, and just, you know, getting them in foul trouble is huge for us because then they bring in smaller guys, and it's just, you know, it's great for us because Deng is, you know, a gigantic human, so we just throw it up to him and he can get some easy buckets for us.
And what are you expecting when you come up against Hobart this weekend?
You know, I expect them to come out hard. You know, we haven't played each other. We know they're good. They've beaten a couple good teams. They actually beat Frankson, who we lost to. So it'll be a tough battle. They're gonna be pretty athletic, I'm assuming. And you know, we're just excited for a good game for a new opponent that we haven't seen yet.
Anything, Beth?
Yeah, Josh, last night, it just seemed like Bendigo were really scrambling and you guys were very effortless. Were you expecting it to be a tougher match?
Yes, actually. I mean, Geelong's a good team. You know, when we played there, they gave us a really tough game, and you know, I just think we came out with just a different mindset. You know, we came out to prove something. You know, we're going into playoffs. We haven't been playing well the last few weeks, and you know, we came out and put together a full game. So, you know, it's tough to beat anybody when they're like that, and you know, for us, we're just happy with the consistency that we're able to keep.
Absolutely. And you played last year. How do you feel the differences between last year's team and how you guys are now?
You know, just last year, I think there was a little bit of complacency that crept into the team. You know, we finished top 4 last year, but you know, we were kind of satisfied with those things. This year, it's been completely different. You know, just with some more guys with more experience, we've kind of known that, you know, that once you get complacent, you get happy with what's been going on, you kind of fail. So now, you know, that doesn't creep into our minds anymore. We're kind of on each other's behinds to keep on being consistent, keep on bringing it every single day and working hard.